During this season of Eastertide, most of the Gospel readings are from the Gospel of John. And what do you have in John? The book of signs from chapter 1 to chapter 12. And then you have the last discourse of Jesus, and then the passion and death of Jesus. Today is the very last section of the book of signs, or the book of miracles, where it seems as if Jesus is made known by the miracles that he performed, like starting with the wedding at Cana and moving on to the cure of the blind person, and very lately the multiplication of the loaves. And through these miracles, it would seem that Jesus is recognized by the wonderful things that he did. But already on the second Sunday of Eastertide, what is rather shocking is what he tells Thomas. Thomas, you believed because you saw, but blessed are those who do not see and yet believe. And if you go carefully through the epistles of Paul and through the various Gospels especially, and mostly through the epistles of the New Testament, what you will discover is that miracles really do not lead to our knowledge of God. You read the 13th chapter of the first epistle of Corinthians. Read what happens during the reading that we had during Eastertide. Jesus is said to be appearing to two disciples, and they are with him the whole day, and they do not recognize him at all. It's only at the breaking of the bread that they recognize him. That symbolism of the breaking of the bread that we have at every Mass, what does it really mean? It means what Paul tells the Philippians: you believe, we believe what we learned at the very beginning, that though he was of the nature of God, he did not cling to his nature of God, but he emptied himself, took on the form of a slave, or took on a human nature. He emptied himself. He just forgot himself for what? For the loving deeds. And therefore, if you read this New Testament, and especially the Gospels, with attention, you will recognize that there is only one miracle that can be judged and appreciated, and that is the miracle of loving another human being. And that's the reason why our greatest satisfaction, our greatest consolation, our greatest joy is when we reach out to people, like so many people reach out to us. We are constantly being bombarded with miracles of appreciation of us, of care of us, of support of us, name it what we will. We are constantly appreciating the practice of Christianity, which is in the loving of the neighbor. And that neighbor need not necessarily be a Christian. Any human being that is loved is experiencing the miracle of God, and that ought to be our Eucharist, our thanksgiving at this Mass.